Alrighty folks, good morning. What is happening? It is, what time is it now actually? 10:07 in the morning, and we are here in Newry, and as you can see we have the mobile wardrobe ready to go because we are shipping out to Karen Ryan here early in the morning. So yesterday we were up on our multi-site visit with McConaughey Refrigerated Distribution and Fridge Freight, and then this morning here we're up in Newry for a multi-site visit with Modern Tyres up at their main hub here, or main distribution centre in Newry. And then tonight we're back in Belfast, another meeting in the Stormont Hotel, software meeting. After that, TMP meeting, Transport Manager Portal, with a number of new TMs coming on board, coming in for information evening, and then 2 APA meetings after that, which is our Authorised Associates and Providers Partnership Programme. So looking forward to them. It will be late on into the night. They're at the Stormont Hotel, I believe, and then from that we are heading for, and then the next morning in the Karen Ryan, meeting in Stranraer actually, and then we will head to Livingston for a full transport compliance audit for one of our clients who has multiple operators licenses in multiple locations, including Northern Ireland and 2 or 3 different traffic areas in GB. So that's the plan at the minute. Hopefully I'll try and record stuff. Yesterday the plan was to record a good bit on site with McConaughey's, but the day just ran away with us as usual. So yeah, that is the plan. Follow us along, see what's happening. I'm going to try and up these videos as best I can. We just have issues all the time with editors and different people, and you just have to control the situation yourself as well. We have a couple of internal issues, and as you know, a lot of restructuring going on. We have one of our offices that we need to shut down because it is just not productive in any way. Performance is on the ground, and therefore action must be taken. And just usual business, headaches, challenges, nightmares, but at the same time we need to do what we've got to do. Right, let's progress forward accordingly. Folks, what a shitty day. But anyway, good morning. It is now the next morning. We were up this morning at 5 AM to meet with a client just before 6, and I juggled it all about to pull it forward because I have to go for the boat out to Scotland, and flapped about and got everything done and organised and scheduled, and I'm just after getting a text message to say that the standing line, due to technical difficulties, is running late now. So it's 10 o'clock. We're good enough to book in for 11. We should have been sailing at 10:30, so they say it's 50-minute delay, which usually means 3-hour delay. What a pain in the hole. And of course it's got a knock-on effect because I have 3 back-to-back meetings, digital team meetings, when I come off the boat. So the plan to come off the boat at a certain time, then I will add on 30 minutes to 40 minutes to get off the boat and get parked in somewhere, bang the laptop up with the phone up and get these meetings done. However, now this knock-on effect has caused me a pain in the shuck. So yeah, we'll have to put something here. I'll try and rearrange a couple here sitting at the port first of all, and then it's the usual crack. It's a bit like what I was saying in the restaurants. You can't, I don't like sitting in the boat with the earphones in having conversations, because a lot of them is very, very confidential, very private with clients, and plus it's just a pain when people sit beside you doing the same, you know what I mean? So yes, you can get internet on the boat, you can get Wi-Fi on the boat. It's very much hit and miss, even when you pay for it, and I know I've said this a couple of times, but yeah, even when you pay for it, it's hit and miss, so the signal drops in and out, and there's nothing as hateful in this world than doing a video call with people that are all over the place. So Yeah. Anyways, got all that done, up the road. I said, because the stuff on Stanley's shitty enough, I said I'll run over here. I know there's a drive-through McDonald's here in... Where am I? What's the hell name of this? Not Nagoni? Anyway, you're in just before Hollywood. Right. Let's get over to the boat here and see what's happening. Usual crack. When you see these mornings here, it's probably going to be a shitty, choppy crossing. And I have so much deep work to do in the laptop. And I know I've said this many times too. The likes of Stanley in the airports and all, they talk about business lounge. And I don't know what people do in business. They must just lie with their feet up because you cannot work at it. The tables and the chairs and the configuration of them does not let you work at the bloody laptop or at the desk or anything. So I don't know what this is about. Anyways, we will saunter on. At least we're not going Dublin Holyhead. I am sick to my... I was just saying this the other day to somebody. I must be I don't know, must be 20 years. Yeah, it must be 18, 20 years in and out of Holyhead. Dublin Holyhead and back. Pure puke. Right. Let's go. You always do agency drivers sitting, stroking the horn on themselves, dooting at every man going by. Jesus, the near caused 3 accidents there that roundabout. What the fuck. Anyways, here we are at Belfast Docks. Standing line there, we're after passing on the right is the Belfast to Liverpool Birkenhead. Currently heading up here now to the Cairnryan sailing up at the very end of the port here. So, yeah, the joys. Well, there's no point panicking, is there? Because I presume, where am I? From the bloody shot at all. There. And there's no point panicking, because that looks like our lady is coming in there now. So yeah, that looks as if that's our boat in now. It is 27 minutes past 10. They did say 11 o'clock, but by the time they disembark everybody, clean cabins, clean the rooms out, stock it and things like that, it'll probably be a long enough turnaround time. However, there's another opportunity of banging on the laptop and getting a bit of work done. It's just never ending. Right guys, we need to pop on. This weekend, actually over this weekend, is all focused on Group Technologies, which is our software company, and Smyth Enterprises. Monday then TCTS Group, Tuesday TCTS Group. Wednesday is all about TLS, Transport and Logistics Services, which is our transportation, logistic, freight forward and 3PL, 4PL warehousing company. I've brought a couple of guys into the business at the moment who I always say it's exciting because I have a lot of drive and a lot of hope for them. However, you know, it's the rule of 6 weeks and I'll flush anybody out on an accountability package. So watch the space. Just let us in, Stana. Let us in. Well now, that is definitely what we didn't want to hear. So the boat now is delayed for what they said. Obviously, they usually try and tell you it's a half an hour delay or 40-minute delay. So now their plan is, their aim and objective is to sail at 20 past 12. So that's what, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, and then add on, Jesus Christ, we'll not be getting in till what's that there? So it'll not take off to 1, we'll say 1, 2, 3, 3:30, 4, 4:30 probably, if all goes well. Usually this will be pushed out another bit. So say you're coming off at 4:30 approximately, and then I have 4 hours, 4.5 hours up the road to Scotland. So that means my 5 o'clock meeting's affected, my on-site 7 o'clock meeting's affected, and my 8 o'clock meeting in Scotland is affected. But that's a shadow accountability client, so that's okay, we can do that online. But when you're travelling up around them areas that don't have any, don't have any phone signal, right, out of my control. So now make the most of it, laptop out. Not too bad over here, because in here in Belfast, you know, it's not too bad. There's a, I think it was wipe going on for you. Oh Jesus. There's a passenger terminal and there's a coffee shop up there. Now to be fair, I've never used it because I've never really had to use it, because we're usually, you know, on time and away we go. But I was asking the girl in the kiosk, and she said that the internet's good, you can go in there and do a bit of work. However, you don't get any peace. Well, I will say to myself, you don't get any peace. Yes, we have a lot of stuff to do here. Right, forward. Stink of fish in here. It's absolutely unreal. I don't mean me van, I just mean in where are we? Turn around. So yeah, it's usually not too bad unless these boys are pulling a bit of fish tipper, you wouldn't know. Anyways, that is us over here. I don't know what the crack is, whether I'm getting older or what, but I'm just fed up with sailings, the second constant movement, for someone who is into boats and loves being out in the water, just the commercial boats here. The boat is constantly years and years just bobbling along. I get sick of them now. Yes, to be fair, people have said that's because you're constantly working when you're on the boat and on a laptop and emails, documents and all that shit. Probably that is one of the main ones. I don't think I've ever got onto a boat and just relaxed, because I think it's such a waste of time. Productivity is the key, but there's times you're not very productive. I've seen me and one of our guys many a time going from Dublin to Holyhead, and I don't know if you can see me, going from Dublin to Holyhead and being on the laptops and trying to get stuff done. And the first problem was that we couldn't get the internet on the bit of a road kicking off down there. Anyway, yeah, we couldn't get the internet. First of all, messed about, and sometimes you can go hotspot and you get a couple of mile out to sea, and then you transfer over to the internet at sea because it's usually crap. But anyway, we messed about for about an hour, and then it was rough enough sailing and you're getting nothing done, and then the next thing you're an hour and a half, an hour and 45 in, and you're sick as a dog and you didn't get anything done, and then you're more annoyed because there's no productivity. So yeah, it's just sometimes you have to stop and take a step back and let us do this thing. Now today I got a lot of stuff done, but it was very, very rough and very choppy, dealing with a lot of severe issues in the background here, with business and with trying to manage staff and trying to highlight non-producing staff and trying to get rid of staff that aren't producing. It's my job to hold everybody accountable, but that's okay within my own businesses. But then we look after our clients as well, and our clients' senior management teams, and you're constantly just battling battling, but I might have said another clip. To me, I don't battle much. You know, it's the rule of 6. Give me 6 weeks of an accountability program, and we will flush out everybody within 6 weeks maximum. There is no tolerance on that. So that was good enough. Anyway, as I say, sicky old feeling on that crossing, and we're going to come off here now, Karen Ryan. I've emailed, when we're on the boat, emailed a couple of guys back for the meetings that we've set up to try and reorganise and rejuggle things. I have a couple of new people on board, executive assistants and things, and just trying to get them into the flow of the way I work. So I'm still doing a lot of this stuff myself because it's very detailed work with clients. And yeah, so I've got a lot of them rescheduled, which means there's a knock-on effect now for the rest of this week. But here, so is the weakness of life. Alright boys, let's get out of this shit. Oh, let the boys off. Who's he flashing at? Behind me. Just buying an R series a wagon and drag. Not too many you see of them actually, to be fair. Right, Sham, what's going on? No hand signals as usual. Stand in line, get your shit together. Just completely irrelevant. Just know what's happening. Nearly every video I do coming off any of the boats here, so always the same sort of crack. Right, what's the weather got in store for us here? No Scotland. Yeah, lovely, beautiful, wet day. That's what we want. So this is the suicide run here now, coming off the boat, and we know we're getting to the roundabout and we're going to hang a left first exit off, heading into or up to Scotland. So we'll see what the crack is. Some people say that you may be lucky, but I believe that you create your own luck. So for example, in a wee shop here, got chatting, I think the guy behind the counter, having a bit of banter, and yeah, he said that he was about to pack up all the buns and all from the day, because what's it now, 20 past 4. So I says, here lad, instead of throwing them out, I'm a very charitable person, why don't you give me something? And this is what I got. I haven't looked in yet, so this could be absolutely nothing in here. Ooh, oh yeah. I always tell my son, you have to open your mouth. You don't ask, you don't get. So fair play to him. As long as it wasn't dropping the ground or something anyway. Alrighty guys, so after the first site visit in Kilmarnock, that wasn't necessarily going through, but then we said we'd do it on the way up, and then we sat on the motorway like a car park for a while. No, to be fair, it was moving. If you're moving at all, it might have been doing 5 miles an hour, but we were moving consistently, so it's not the end of the world. Anyway, I'm at my last location for the evening, and as I keep saying, one of the things that, you know, I suppose we love about doing this job, because we're everywhere, is you get to go to some cool places and stay in some cool places as well by default. So yeah, I'll try and get a bit of footage going in here. Stand by. So I'm after coming in there to, meant to be one night here, and then straight down the road to Cheshire in the morning. I don't know if you can see me. You might stand in front of the light or behind the light, I don't even know. Anyway, Saturday morning then. So what I've done now is I've put one of my meetings up here tonight, which he will be coming for 9 p.m. So we'll get that sorted out, and then I have another client who was early Saturday morning. He is going to actually take his wife and kids up this end of the country. He's not too far away actually, I don't know, 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. And he plays a lot of golf, so he's going to golf up around here. And then we'll meet with him early, 6 a.m. Saturday morning, and then get down the road then to the next job on the Saturday. So that's the plan at the moment. Now, you might have seen the outside view of this, which absolutely beautiful looking place. But anyway, I came in and it was all booked for the one night only. And then as I was chatting to the girls about the price of it, I was doing a wee bit of twisting with them, a bit of a deal going on. What can you do for me? So yeah, I've got booked in now for Friday night as well, which allows me now to get 3 jobs all squeezed in tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. And for the price I got it off from, you know, the girls, because I'm asking for a room tomorrow night. So as soon as you find out the availability, well then, you know, you're in a better position to do a bit of negotiating. And it'll suit me better because tomorrow's going to be a long day on site, and we need to get this audit completely out of the way. What's the next thing then? Yes, the only problem is the room that was booked, I had to downgrade a bit in the room. So then I don't have to leave this room and move into another room, you know. I want to say downgrade, don't get me wrong. The room's 100%, it does me. So one of the things I will say for anyone who's following me, I always do a bit of a hotel review or you know, a bit of an update on the hotels we stay in, whether they're a good spot or a shithole, one or the other. And from what I've dealt with at the Gears reception, walking through the whole place, from what I've dealt with as in the decor and the way the place is, I'm very impressed, very impressed. So yeah, we'll have to get a bit of footage later on if we can. Anyway, I have a Teams call now to do in 12 minutes, and then I need to get some food at some stage. Right, might get a bit of footage walking through the place so you can see it if it tickles your fancy. Righty, laptop. Let's go. It is now Friday morning. We're here in Livingston and about to jump out onto an on-site audit. It's early in the morning, so don't want to talk too loud going through these rooms. So yeah, I'm seeing if we can get any footage out here. This is a good client actually. This way, can we? Oh, bit of chill. Shoot around this place later on. And get to that way, but let's slip out this door. Maybe get a bit of footage to the front of the place. Stand by. So down in there is the leisure centre, pool and gym, and offices as well. So make it a wee duke in there later on. Golf course and the golf shop, what I believe. So yeah, and then the golf course out there. So yeah, this is the front of the place in the morning. And as I say, very impressive spot. So yeah, very impressive spot for the price, very reasonable. Well, booking.com, I don't know, £98 or something. So you get a shithole for £98 or £130. Anyway, we need to get up out on site and chat to you shortly. Alrighty folks, so we are out on site now. It's actually half past, what time is it? 1:30, and we've just nipped across the road here to get a bite of lunch, grab a sandwich, and then we'll go back over here. But one thing that I will say is that although it is the, what are we on now, 14th of November, Oh, you can feel the cold in the air, especially up here in Bonnie, Scotland. You can feel the cold air. So the site I'm on today, actually, I didn't know this. Maybe everybody does know this, but the guy, that Ross here that I'm dealing with, he actually got his wife's car serviced today, and the RAC came into the yard. I was just asking what they're doing here, but on the side of it in blue writing was mobile mechanic, which I never seen before. Didn't even know they'd done that. So this guy came out on site and serviced the car, which wasn't a big job because it's an electric car. So top up a couple of fluids, check brakes and things, nothing major. But again, good service, great service. It's like deja vu. I think I've mentioned this before. Don't know why. But anyway, some of the guys here out in site are out changing their dryer on R series Scania as well, and it would cut you in two. The weather here is just you can't even see it in the camera, but it's actually hailstones. So right, let's get back out on site. There's not really much of footage here, plus of course the privacy of the client. So let's see how we get on. Right, stand by. Alrighty folks, don't even know if I'll open this part of the vlog yet or not. But what is happening? It is an absolutely, I don't know what to stand here with the camera, an absolutely beautiful Saturday morning just up here in Edinburgh. So 2 different clients to meet up there to sort out remote tachograph downloading and tracking systems, forklift training, and again this morning we've had another clown. Yeah, and this morning we've had another clown let us down. Rhymes. Another clown let us down. Tortures, begs us to give them work. There's forklift training, electric pallet truck training. We've had the safety guy out there auditing. I've got a phone call early this morning. This guy hasn't a clue what he's talking about. Get him out. So we're always dealing with that, you know. But more importantly, there's a site behind us here. I don't know if you can see it because I don't want to go back into it, but just over there. So we have risk management to do, and risk management, a bit of project management. So risk management and a bit of project management to do with their senior leadership team, which, you know, the facilities management side of it and the support we were given, I've been growing that over the last, 3 years maybe. And now we don't really have the resources internally now to deliver that because things take so much time. So although I was hoping and presumed it would have been in place for our full facilities management division, we no longer have the resources internally through certain staff. So I wouldn't say I'm giving it up or anything, but now I've engaged another company, hence one of the reasons why I'm in Scotland, to get them to partner up with us through our APA program. But as I was saying, that site there, they have about 14-15 men has let them down, between skilled labourers and I think plumbers, sparks, guy fitting doors. It's just unreal. I never seen the like of it. So yes, as you know, AI is the future. We need AI, we need automation, we need robotics, because the world, life just can't go on like that, to be honest. Anyways, right, let's go back into Scania here and sort out a client here with digital daily walk around check apps, with tablets fitted into the trucks, and their daily walk around checks, their PODs, their workload, their SOPs, everything goes through Compliance Pal onto their system. So we go out, fit it, commission it, and away we go. Anyways, I need to get the Cheshire now, so I'm running about half a day behind. Earlier in the clip of this video you would have seen that the boat was delayed. I thought it was going to be nailed bigger. I thought I was going to lose more time, which was near enough losing a day, but I've trailed it back. That's the beauty. 24 hours in a day, bang out 18-hour day, you will get it done. So now I'm only half a day behind, and that's only because these new clients here that heard I was in Scotland wanted to meet up and chat. And anyway, now the jobs, the SLA, the quote's been given out, the SLA has been agreed, and payment has been made, and we need to move on with these guys. Right, stand by. Alrighty folks, so we have just crossed the border a couple of miles back from Scotland into England, and we're going to nip in here to Southwaite Services to meet up with a guy who I know won't want to be in camera, although he's very active on social media until it comes to the time when he has to go on the camera. Anyway, we'll see what's happening with this guy. Alrighty guys, let's get you in there. So as no surprise, Big Derek didn't want to come on the camera. So when you're watching this, Derek, you pussy, you're the big man on your TikTok social media in the background, but you didn't want to be on the camera then. Look at the bloody state of these places. Right guys, we need to get out of here. We're just pulled in at Southwaite Services. That man's done, he's happy. Let's get him the hell out of the way. Just on Derek there, because I will get him on to a vlog at some stage. He's a client of ours here in the UK. He also has a place in the south of Ireland, specialising in, well, he's specialising in specialist movements within transport and logistics. Where's this lad going? And warehouses and all. But one of the things that he does is he specialises in the bases of windmills and things like that. So specialist movement, but he has a team that erects all of the, not the turbines, but they do the groundwork for the bottom of it. So don't even know if that makes sense, guys, because we are behind. We need to get going. We are I'm using my phone as that now. We are about 3-hour drive left to our next destination, and time is ticking. It's not too bad today. It's actually 9 degrees, and the sun was splitting the stones this morning, or splitting the stones earlier up in Scotland, but there was a wind chill that would have just cut you in two. So yeah, it's getting a wee bit darker here. It literally is, you know, when you have to put the lights on at, what time are we at here now? 20 past 12, and we're running about with the lights on because it's starting to get dark already. But anyways, we need to keep going. I'll touch base when we get to the next location. And I don't know if it's in this YouTube video about a couple of major changes within the business, within the structure, and with TCTS Group we have some positive changes with TLS. I'll have to bring a couple of people into that, and of course Group Technologies as well. So our guys that are now based in Wrexham, hopefully we'll get into a bit of video content with them. They're not overly keen, but as I keep saying to people, I'm recording myself, so don't you worry. If you're in the shot, you're in the shot. If you're not, jog on and hide. That is the problem. And anybody that drives this road at all or on a regular basis will know that there's some beautiful scenery down here, coming down through the M6 and coming down through the Lake District. And the amount of years I've spent up and down this road is, I'd rather forget some of them, to be fair. Right, catch you in the next clip, whenever that will be. So I'm going to jump across the carriageway here to meet up with one of our guys who parks in the Holyhead Transport Hub. Absolutely fantastic bit of kit that he's on the trailer at the moment, so stand by. So what an absolutely fantastic bit of kit. Didn't get much chat regarding the kit, the driver and all, because hopefully we're going to get out here shortly and do a video with them guys and their whole setup. We have a lot of specialised transport operators as clients, heavy haulage guys, and Group Media, which is our media division, our media company. There's a lot of dedication put into that now in the next, coming into 2026. A lot of in-depth, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of in-depth vlogging with them, video content, business content, what they do, how they do it, out on site with them, in workshops with them, in the office with them, and just an absolutely fantastic, just listen, watch this space is what I'm saying. Anyways, over here, main reason is we're after chatting to guys from the demolition. Ian, they didn't really want to be in, not that they want to be in camera, don't get me wrong. It's very awkward to do this because you feel awkward putting someone in camera, and I suppose I'm just the way I am when I'm chatting to people, so that bit's irrelevant. That's how I'm so well known at this. However, when I put the camera on somebody, they change, you know, and you don't get the real person when you're chatting to them. Some of them's very confident, absolutely no problem. But what I find a lot, even yesterday, I was chatting to guys on site that I was with, fantastic guys, went to put the camera on and they just went, you know, totally stuttering match and didn't want to say nothing, and they were afraid to say anything. And one by then he was chatting away, and then he started coursing, and then he stopped talking because he thought we didn't like that because it's YouTube and all. Listen, if we're ever chatting to anybody and we pop the camera out, it's just a conversation to give information out to other people. So again, you will not be filmed and put on the internet if you do not want. So I hate saying that because then guys don't even give us a chance of getting video content with them. But anyway, that is me finished for the day here. And I'm actually only up the road from Lee Johnson, so the plan is I'm going to scoot over to Lee and meet up with him and probably the wife Christy and the boss himself Jesse, and might grab something to eat or whatever. But so that comes back to conversation with partnerships within the motorbike racing world, which if you follow us you know what we're talking about. Anyway, we need to get up the road here because it is getting dark. It's not joking. What time is it even? What are you on here now? It's 3 o'clock. It's dark. It's nearly dark. Right, forward! Time calls me Thursday evening, bit of a panic in Matt saying can we do some training with his senior leadership team, not through TCTS group but through Shadow Accountability Coaching. So he said yeah, on the condition, and the only condition is that you put us up somewhere it's nice and quiet, because I'm going to be finishing up late on Saturday evening, and I have another meeting in Huddersfield on Sunday. And I said yeah, no problem. And this is where they put me. You alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Dead on, thanks. So, do you see a problem? So yeah, nice and quiet. Oh, no problem. Somewhere with a bit of peace, relaxation. So yeah, for flip's sake. So anyway, here we're stuck at the Bolton Stadium Hotel, obviously in Bolton. So yeah, you give them just a simple instruction, this is what you get. Hence why the accountability, coaching, success and business coaching is so important, for these to be simple tasks. Get a room, make sure there's no activity, make sure it's nice and quiet. An Airbnb, a wee wooden lodge somewhere with a bit of peace and quiet. But no, so why not just, you know. Anyway, let's go down and see how the place set up for tomorrow morning. It's only going to be a couple of hours actually. But I do have a meeting in Huddersfield the next morning, Sunday afternoon time. So yeah, let's see what I'm faced with here tomorrow actually. Alright, mate. How's it going? Right, this is where we are located for tomorrow. Actually, not a bad venue for a bit of business. So yeah, gonna be up here. I get the business done. How many screens is here? We have one screen, two screens. So really I'll want it set up. I think so we'll do it that way. However, I will probably go for this way facing, because if not, they'll be facing this way, which means they'll be looking out there, although there's nothing happening or nothing on. So they promised me, but yeah, it's always prep setup for this stuff. You know, that's the big thing about training and all. And I know what, I'm touching 2 decades on it now. People think it's a matter of just rocking up and doing what you have to do, or talk a load of shit, or whatever way you want to see it. Obviously I'm extremely passionate about training, about education from this side, about support, mechanisms, processes, systems, but yeah, people think you just rock up and deliver the training. Now if you are a trainer, and I've said this numerous times, if you are a trainer and you just rock up without any prep work, well then it's time to give it up. You know, you still have to adjust everything, you still have to understand the crowd, you still have to understand what they're looking for, what the aim and objective is, and where's the value, what value can you add. So yeah, we're completely booked out doing a lot of this stuff here, but Let's see how we can get on, you know. Right, that's the plan. That is the plan. And folks, it is now Saturday night, and I'm sitting going through our YouTube studio, YouTube channel for our training content that we do specifically for clients. So I usually sit in a dark room at this stage, but I have a wee bit of ambience lighting outside. So we're in here at the Bolton Stadium Hotel, and this is what it looks like at night. Oh, that will focus. Oh, so that's the stadium. I don't know if you can hear, there's a pile of ones out there shouting and roaring. Don't know where they are. There must be like a nightclub next door. So that's what we have there at the moment. Anyway, cut all that bit out. Right guys, time to, what time is it now? It is, oh look at that, it's exactly a bit of lucky charm. It is 21:21. Anyway, we have a 9:30 Teams call, the video call to jump on, so let's get that done and then try and get that read up, update client check-ins this evening, and then shower, bed, up early in the morning, and we'll do it all again. Stand by. So guys, nice shower, thought it's been a long day, a long week, and we'll get some rest. One of the problems that we have at home is that there's a house up behind us and they've fitted new LED lights, and no matter what we do with the curtains, you can't get the light out. You know, it's just that sharp light. And I thought, it couldn't get any worse, could it? But now I appreciate that wee light, because from my bedroom, this is what I have. Oh yeah, full floodlights out here at the stadium. So yeah, right here, looking out over the stadium. And I don't know what the whole story is of these lights, to be fair, but there we have Bolton Stadium outside. So anyway, hopefully these curtains will close, but I think we'll be alright because it is a cool sight to look out at. Right, we need to get some sleep. Oh, right, time to get up here. Let's see. Let's see if there's any football on this morning. No kickoff yet. Alrighty guys, so that is that all done, dusted. Absolutely fantastic group this morning again, but one thing that it highlights why accountability coaching is so important, because they booked six different dates now for next year, but it is a system process that we have built over the last 9 years, will be 10 years now next year, and it's just honed in on all the time from every part of life, whether it's business, whether it's personal, whatever it is still accountability and success coaching, but more within the business realm. Yeah, the system, the processes just makes sense all the time, and it goes back to what's the minimum of it. The minimum of it, what people used to class as an accountability buddy, an accountability partner. But one of the big issues I have with that is if, for example, you were dealing with, say, a gym buddy, and you had somebody to go train with you, and they're a mate of yours, you know, and you've a close relationship with them. Well, if you're having a shitty day, they understand that. They're not going to hold you accountable. You go in, you do a bit of basic training, and that's it. And that's really the problem, and that's where the issue all stems from. So when you do it through a company like ourselves at Shadow, then you're just held accountable. Do it, don't do it, nobody cares. But when you're held accountable and you analyse the information, because data is life, data in, data out, then it works absolutely fantastic. Anyways, jump on our website and book in if you want. If you don't, nobody cares. Right, time to get right up here and head as far as Huddersfield direction. Right, lovely spot, really good venue. Definitely we'll be back here ourselves. We'll be in this area on a regular basis. So yeah, I think we'll be using more of it. Right, let's go. So another thing that I wanted to highlight was these here rooms are also boxes, and I was trying to figure out how the hell do you even work that out. But as you can see up here, they have, it's in bed mode at the minute. However, we can slip it to box mode. Great, very simple and effective way of doing it. Right, let's go. Is who loves the M25 at 7:30 on a Monday night? Not me, not me. Anyway, we're not too far away. We're about an hour, 10 minutes left. I don't even know if I put in a clip there earlier when I was leaving the last site. So it was about a 5-hour drive down to where I'm heading now. So stand by.